First of all, I would like to congratulate you people because many applied, but only 20% of the people were shortlisted for this particular session. So you are among the chosen few. So once again, congratulations. And my promise to you is very simple actually. In this next 90 minutes, you'll walk away with a clear roadmap to become a successful DevOps engineer. So stay with us till the end of the session and you'll know exactly what steps to take in the next 3 to 5 months to transform your career. And I want your promise too. It is all about, I just want to know what bring you to today's session actually. Put it in the chat box actually. What made you to actually, join this particular session? I hope my voice is clear, right? Somebody is telling like it is echoing. Got it. Yeah. So for upskilling, passion, career switch. Yeah, thanks for the confirmation. It is clear voice. Okay, cool. To know more about cloud computing, exactly. Career growth. Yeah, for upskill, learn and skill up. Exactly. Okay. From manual testing to start career in DevOps. Okay, cool. Yeah. For a growth, obviously, to learn some extra. Yeah, obviously, little extra is always mantra. Correct. Upskilling and career growth. Jyoti Bhattu. Cool. Yes. At the same time, I want your promise to offer undivided attention. Please be fully focused during the session. So try to do avoid multitasking. Join with a laptop or PC. Mobile screen. Actually, it will limit your learning part actually. So if you are joined through a cell phone, it's a humble request. You can switch back to your laptop or PC for better hands-on practice. Just fill this actually. How many of you have joined through the session through a laptop actually? Okay, I could see many laptop. So we'll give you 1 or 2 minutes of your time to switch. It's a humble request. In case if you joined through a cell phone, it's better to switch to laptop or PC. And at the same time, keep a pen and paper handy. You can note down the key points, and in case if you have any doubt, you can clarify it in end of the session. Actually, writing helps in a better attention way. That is the reason I request you people to keep a pen and paper handy because no recordings will be provided. Make the most of the live session. Stay engaged because the recordings won't be available in future. Actually, it is actually too much to ask. Just a small promise from you to make the session more valuable. That is the reason I'm asking. Perfect. Now let's quickly check if this particular session is really meant for you or not. So the first thing is, do you ever feel your resume doesn't get shortlisted? Just put it in a chat box. I just want to see how many of you facing this particular issue actually. I could see many yes. Preeta, Shubhakaran, Santosh, Jyoti Bhattu, Sai Teja, Arun Prakash, Vishal. Yeah, I could see many yes for this question. Okay. Rakshita, yes. Okay. Vijay, cool. And the second thing, it is very much important, lack of job security because of AI battle. Because have you ever worried about the job security because the market keeps evolving because of this AI battle? If yes, for this also you can put yes. I could see many yes for this as well. Yes, yes. Gokul, Niranjan, Preeti, Haswin, Elsia, not even a single no. Yeah, things are getting changed, right? Cool. And the third thing, yeah, have you ever struggling to adapt to new technology? Even I'm also facing the same difficulty to adapt to the new things actually. Okay, for this also I could see many yes. Arun Prakash yes, Jyoti, Sai Teja yes. The fourth one, it is an important one, a language barrier, as obviously. So facing language barrier while learning is actually the major thing that we are actually facing nowadays. Have we ever faced this? If yes, we can put yes. If not, you can type no. I could see very few no actually. Yeah, some people are telling no for this actually. Cool. Rama, Srinivas, Sai Teja no for this. Okay, cool. Yes, the last question, you want to build an DevOps career, but you do not have a proper, guidance to, expertise in this particular thing. Have you ever felt like this? You want to start because many of your friend might suggested you to start this DevOps career, but you don't have a prior experience in it. So if you face this, you can put it in a chat box as yes. If no, it's completely fine. Yes, I could see many yes for this as well. Okay, you're already learning. Okay, great. Okay. The thing is actually, if you said yes to even one of these questions, then you are in a right place actually. So we are here to help you. And I just want to know the companies, many, all of us have our dream companies. Like similarly, which companies actually do you aspire to work with actually? Just put it in a chat box, guys. Okay, HCL, AWS, okay, Amazon, Google, Meta, TCS, Zoho, Wipro, TCS again, Google, Flipkart, any MNC. Okay, TCS, I could see many TCS, Microsoft, HCL, okay, Tech Mahindra, Zoho, good MNC, TCS or Google, okay, Daniel, HCL, okay, Zoho. These are all actually, tier one companies. Cool. So these are all the top companies that are hiring DevOps engineer for upcoming financial year. I just want you guys to, you know, note it down. TCS, Cisco, Accenture, IBM, CTS, Capgemini. So the roles and responsibilities like, DevOps engineer, consultant, cloud engineer, site reliability engineer, infrastructure engineer, C and CD engineer, and many roles are there actually. And I just want to know how many of you want to start your career in this particular company. You can put yes if you wish to start out of one of these companies. Who will say no for this, right? Yes, I could see many yes for this as well. Great. So this is the time to reveal actually. So here are the two important things to note it down. So if you attend the session completely till the end, you will receive a participant certificate. That is one thing. Plus, a special bonus will be revealed only at the end of the session. So make sure you stay with us till the end of the session. Okay, only if you stay till the end of the session, very end of the session, you'll come to know it. Any guess what it is? You can put it in the chat box. Internship, fees deduction, placement support, course concession. Okay, let's see. Anyhow, it is going to be a surprise part, right? Let's see at the end actually. Cool. So now, let me proudly introduce our mentor for today. We privileged to have Harsh Manwar. He's actually a DevOps engineer. He's actually having 8+ years of experience in industry experience in software engineering, DevOps and cloud native technology. He recognized as a Docker captain, CNC ambassador of Google Developer Expert, which means GDE actually. So he mentored and guided almost 3,000 plus learners throughout the workshops, webinars, and throughout his talks and hands-on session. He's actually passionate toward mentor focus on Kubernetes, CI and CD, cloud architecture, and real-world best practice. With such rich industry and training experience, today's in this particular session, he is going to be, guide us throughout this particular session. Let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Harsh Manwar. He helped many learners like you people to, build a career And today he is here to share the exact roadmap to start your career in this particular course. Over to you, bro.
Yeah. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, bro, you are
Okay,
good to
perfect.
go.
Perfect. I'm just sharing my screen.
Let me just
And,
stop sharing, then you can start.
and if you could please help with the confirmation, you can see my
Yes,
screen.
bro, it is good to go.
Yeah, okay.
Perfect.
Perfect. Okay. So, hello everyone. My name is Harsh, and today we'll be all talking about uh, DevOps. What will be the roadmap if you have any, questions and everything regarding the DevOps? What will be the roadmap looks like? If you have any doubt or anything, feel free to drop the question in chat box. We'll try to answer all your question at the end of this session. Now, if you are here, like I was also going through the questions and everything. So if you are here for knowing the roadmap, what you should be technologies, tools, and everything, you should be knowing. So we'll also discuss about the tools and technology you require to learn to be the DevOps engineer. If you are coming from background of testing, manual testings and everything, if you don't have any idea what is DevOps, we'll also talk about that. I will also give you the idea that what is exactly DevOps means, what all tools you need to learn to be the DevOps engineer, what all technology you should be knowing to be the DevOps engineer, and I will also showcase some of cool demo. So it won't be the theory part completely. You won't get bored into this webinar. I will also showcase some hands-on demo that you can see as a DevOps engineer. You also might have to do when you are joining any MNCs and everything. Okay. So let's, first start from the background, from where we are coming and what is the DevOps. So in the previous era, everyone was mostly talking about waterfall model. So when previously the companies were trying to build the softwares, they were following the waterfall model. Now you might have learned about waterfall model into your, study if you have done the engineering BTechs or something. Basically, it is a process that you start deciding how the software will looks like, and then you move ahead, you do the planning for 10-15 days or the few days, then you start working on your software, then you start writing on your code and everything, then you do the testing, and after six months or a 1 year, your application is ready and it is ready to use by the user. Now, those application architecture previously used to call as a monolithic architecture. Now, what is monolithic architecture? It basically looks like one big folder. So inside of one folder, you have a thousand and lakhs of files. And when you are working with thousand and lakhs of file, it is always difficult to handle the application update. If you have to update anything in your code, if you have to update anything in your website applications or anything, so monolithic architecture is little difficult to work with. And when we talk about monolithic architecture or application, we have to deploy it on a physical servers. So physical servers, you guys might be having the idea when we say the servers, it is there, the big racks are there, and you have to go over there and do the things and everything. You should be having some data centers, engineers and everything. So that was the very, very old process. Over the period of time in IT industry, the upgradation came and everyone started following the agile method. So basically, agile method is like you are doing some planning for one feature or one software or something, and in 3, 4, 5 weeks, you do the rollout one by one. So it is very quickly compared to the waterfall model. Now, so comparatively, Agile is good. Everyone was following it till the DevOps came into the picture. So it depends on company what they are following. What is the process of rolling out the features and everything. Now, over the period of time, application architecture also got improved, and the new things that came into picture is N-tier. Now you might have heard about this two-tier architecture, three-tier architecture. So basically, N tier stands for how many tier of architecture you have. So for example, you have one application that storing some files. So you have storage tier. Then you have some databases. So you have another tier. So it might be two-tier architecture, three-tier architecture, depends on your application architecture, what your application is doing. It might be four tiers, depends. Now, these types of application, everybody started deploying with a virtual servers. Now, if you don't have idea what is virtual servers, AWS, GCP, all these cloud providers provides you the virtual server. So basically, on the top of physical servers, you are creating the virtual servers. Whatever the configuration you want, if you want a 10 GB, 12 GB, you can create your machine server, and then you can deploy your application. So your two-tier, three-tier application will be running on these virtual servers, and these servers again will be hosted. So you have to go to, sometimes in a data center to manage the physical servers. You have to upgrade that, because ultimately virtual servers will be running on top of the physical servers only. Now later DevOps comes into the picture. Now what basically the DevOps means, as word says, DevOps. So it is a both things. The dev stands for development and ops stands for operations. And you can see the logo. Basically, it is a continuous going um, architecture. So you can see over here, you are continuously doing something, you are continuously coding, you are continuously doing the planning, you are continuously deploying. So we'll talk about DevOps in a further slides. Now, the application architecture is a microservices. Anyone have idea about the microservice? If anybody would like to write in a chat box or something, microservices. Okay. If you don't have idea what is the microservices, let me give you one very basic example. Uh, Everybody might have used the Instagram. I'm guessing everybody might have used the Instagram. Now, on Instagram, sometimes you might have noticed your feed is working, but stories are not loading, or the messages are not going to your friend. So basically the microservices means that you have a multiple small services, and those small services are creating a one big application. So if your message service is down, whole Instagram would be down. You will be able to see the feed, you will be able to scroll the post, you will be able to like the post and everything, but only the message service is not working. So that is how the microservices works. If you also might have noticed in Amazon that you are able to, do the add cart. Till now, add cart is working fine. The product listing is there and everything. But moment you reach to payment page, might be some issue with the payment service. So you are not getting any error on the main Amazon page. You are searching for a product, you are getting the product, but there is some issue with the payment. So that is how the microservice works. Your whole application or website won't be down. So it is a really good benefit that suppose I just over there on Amazon to search something, then I will be able to search. And these types of microservices mostly deployed with a containers. Now, if you have heard about containers, the Gmail, the all the Google products are run as a container, and Google manage the billions of container. Now, if you don't know what is container, the very simple meaning of container is that we'll also talk about this in our further slides. But you might have seen the shipping containers, right? So over here also it is like that only. The shipping containers, you put the necessary files, your code files into container, and then you run your container, and your website is started. So we'll talk about that, what the problem is container solving, and it is really easy to learn this technologies of DevOps, these container technologies and everything. And the another things is the cloud, where we will be running our application containers and everything. So you guys might be knowing the cloud. AWS is there, then GCP is there, with the IBM clouds, and all the different clouds are there. Okay. So as I said, how the DevOps looks like. It is a mix of everything, development, operations, and a QS side. And you can see the DevOps meanings. So you will be doing the both things, little bit of coding, little bit of operations. So we'll also talk about that, what exactly operation means. We'll also talk about what exactly development means. And if you are really, like to be some hero, I would say type of Avenger heroes that knows everything, then DevOps is the best, uh, thing that you start learning and you be the DevOps engineer. Okay. Now, how the typical software development looks like. In previously, if you have joined any companies or something, then you might be following these types of architecture to release the process, create some software, create some web applications and everything. There is idea, there is requirement gatherings, then you code it, test it, then you build your application and then you deploy it. Now, once your application or code is ready, your website is ready, you have to deploy it on a server. Now, it is not like ready-made things is there. You goes on server and you set everything. If you are buying your laptop, so your server and laptop is somewhere the same things, right? You have to do the configurations. In your laptop also, you do some configurations, you install some necessary tools and everything. So on server also, you might have to do something. You have to install some dependencies, packages and everything. Once your server is ready, then and then you will be able to deploy and run your software, correct? Now, when you are doing it for a MNC company, that server won't be the one server. You have to do it for thousands and lakhs of service. Now, if you have to do it for a 1 lakh of servers, how you will do it? You will go to each server, manually, and then write the command and some installing over there, and then doing it one by one. I don't think you will be able to do it across thousands and lakhs of server one by one, right? So you have to write some, automations. You have to write some code or something that goes one by one, or maybe together on all servers, and in just 5 to 10 minutes, all your thousands and 1 lakh servers are ready, right? So we'll talk about that, but DevOps is more about that. You are writing some sort of automations, you are writing the scripts and everything to configure the servers and all those things. Now, when we talks about DevOps, uh, there are also a few, I would say, the pillar, or maybe we can say good technology that need to be learned. The one is CI/CD. If you are learning the DevOps, you might have heard about this. If you are searching for a DevOps, you might have heard about this word. That is CI/CD. So basically, the CI stands for continuous integration, and CD stands for continuous delivery. And it's all about the continuous process only. So what generally continuous delivery means? Uh, for example, you can see the code over here. So every week I'm doing some coding, then I'm building it, I'm testing it, I'm packaging it, releasing it, operate, monitor, and plan it. Right. So every week I'm planning something, then I'm coding it, building it, and testing it, and doing the release of that. The continuous delivery basically means that it is not taking 1 month or a 6 month to do something. We are doing a rapid process. Suppose I want to uh, have one service in my application that is like a Instagram message service. So I will do that service and I will release that service. So you can have a multiple microservices. You can code that microservices, and once your service is ready, you can release that service one by one. So your application won't be ready completely, but your user will be getting the services and feature over the period of time. So your user who will be using that software or a website or something, they will be getting the new feature every week or every month or something. So that is what the continuous deliveries mean. You do the planning, you do the coding, and then you release the feature every week, every month, something new is there. Now, what are the challenges DevOps try to solve? The first things I already informed you. If you have a 1 lakhs or thousands of server, how you will do it? It is not a good idea to go the one by one. There is also another problem between developers and the operation team. Suppose developers are writing the code, but they don't have idea how to run the server. Operation team have idea how to run the server, correct? But operation team don't have idea how much CPU and memory is required. What is the resource requirement for that website to run? If you will give a little bit of memory and little bit of CPU, that website or software will crash. Just like we have, game in our laptops. Sometimes games are not starting; it is simply crashing due to the resource issue. So there is always the challenges between developer team and operation teams. They don't have much idea how to run and set up the application or a website. So there is also documentation issue. If you are in an operation team, there should be some guide from a developer. That's it. You have to run this command, you have to run this website or a software like this way. So operation teams also have a problem to maintain the stability. If operation team don't have any idea, if a website is got crashed, then what will happen? Operation team won't be able to recover that website, and all the users will get some error, 500 error, 400 error. You might have seen. So it is always, this different challenges is there between these teams. So DevOps is trying to solve this. We'll talk about that, how DevOps can solve this issue. And even if there is some miscommunication, it can also lead to some delays and everything. There is no automatic process, uh, and all those things there. Now, there is also another side, that is the tons of manual work. As I explained, you cannot go to 1000 or 1 lakh servers and go the manually and install some commands to the servers and manually prepare the deployment environment, and then manually configure the environment variable, and so many things to do to run a one website. It is not, very easy. You just start at server and your website is ready to deploy and everything. Sometimes also you might get some issues like your website is very, very slow. Then what you will do, right? It is also difficult to do the knowledge sharing. For example, I have created one server and you are joining my team. How I will explain you that I have created one server that is somewhere in America. It is running this softwares, and if there is any issue, you have to run this command. Okay, but you don't know how to log into that server, how to access that server. For that, you need a password and all those things to access my server, right? So knowledge sharings and defining this process is also the problem. So the benefit of DevOps is the speed, reliability, the improved collaboration between the team. Then we can do the rapid delivery at a scale. Then we have also security. So the DevOps is kind of a mentality. You can ship or you can deploy, you can release small incremental changes with a more safe way. That is what the DevOps is. Now let's little bit talk about DevOps role specifically. Everybody wanted to join the MNC companies and everything, right? So what the DevOps role looks like. So sometimes if you are joining, uh, you are might be doing a developer as a DevOps only. So developers knows the DevOps. Then there is also specific dedicated DevOps team. They are managing the release process and everything. Sometimes it might be possible there is operation team that is doing the DevOps part, that is handling all the DevOps things and all those things. Now, for your better understanding, I have list down few of the tools that you should be knowing as a set of tools that you should be having the idea if you want to be the DevOps engineer. The first is source code management. If you have used the GitLab, GitHub or something, then there is CI/CD. We'll also talk about CI/CD in a future slides. Then we have the package management. Then we have the cloud. We have the monitoring part, container part, and there is also something called infrastructure as a code. So I will also showcase the demo. That is the interesting things, how you can use the infrastructure as a code and how it can help you as a DevOps engineer. Now, you might have seen this DevOps logo, I would say. how it represent the continuous going cycle. And you can see the different phases over there. The code phase is there, the builds phase is there, the testing there, release there, deployment, operations, and everything. Now, if you want to be DevOps engineer or learn the DevOps, at least you should be knowing a one tool from a all, from all those phases. So if you are into the coding, then you should be knowing a Git. If you are in, for a build phase, you should be knowing a Maven or other building tools. For a testing, you should be knowing Selenium, JUnits. For a release, the Jenkins is there. For deployment, Docker containers are there. Then Kubernetes is there for the operatings and everything. Then Splunk is there for the monitoring, the cool dashboards and everything you can monitor. So you should be knowing at least one tool from a, all the different phase. And this is the same thing. I have added the table that one tool in each category to learn to become the DevOps engineer. For development, you can use Visual Studio that everybody mostly use for writing the code and everything. For microservices containers, you can use Docker. Then you have the Mesos also there to manage it. For CI/CD, Jenkins is there. For configuration management, Safe or Ansible is there. And for collaboration, it is just a normal Slack things. If you want to collaborate and create a channel, team, or group or something like that, you can use the Slack. Now, let's little bit talk about the CI/CD. Now, to give you the brief idea, we will be talking about which part. That is the CI/CD is this one, release phase. So it is a, I would say, main phase because it sits between development and the operations. So before the release phase, all these phases are more into the development side. And after the release, it is more about the operations only. You are deploying it, you are operating it, you are monitoring it and everything. So this one is sits between both sides, development and the operations. So it is also the critical things, and you should be having idea what the CI/CD means. So CI/CD basically stands for continuous integration and continuous delivery. Some people also say it continuous deployment. Now, what is difference between continuous delivery and continuous deployment? We'll let you know in the next slides. Now, let's first talk about continuous integration. Suppose you are writing some code or your developers are writing a code and you are a DevOps engineer. Then as a DevOps engineer, you have created one repository, that is the source code repository, and you have informed to your developers that commit or put all of your code over here in source repositories. As a DevOps engineer, you will set up a CI server. Now that CI server could be the Jenkins tools or any other continuous integration tools. And over there you write and do the configuration. So moment developer commit or check in the code into source repository, your CI server should be automatically building it. Then you write some configurations also. So your CI server also do some testings and everything, that everything is fine. There is no security issues, or do some scannings and everything. And then you get some report. And as a DevOps engineer, you get the result that we are good to go. The code is fine. It is not breaking. If we will be, putting this into the servers, putting it to the live users, it won't be creating any issues. Once you got the result, you are satisfied with the report and everything, then the next part comes. That is continuous delivery or continuous deployment. Now, I have already explained these slides. What is continuous integration looks like? You are committing the code, you are running some testings and all those things. You are using this, any of the one tool for a continuous integration. If you want to build, for example, if you are using the Python, you have to use the pip. If you are using Node.js or any JavaScript framework, you might be doing NPM. The Gradle is there, the Maven is there. Now, if you are building the containers, then you have to use the Docker to build the container to package out your code and everything. But the CI looks the same thing. You are committing it, you are running some testes, and you have a one minor step over there. You are building a container. So we already understood this part. We got the result, we got the report. Once we got the reports and everything, this is the continuous deployment part. Now, once we got the result, we give OK, or the things get automatically deployed to the test servers. Once your website or your application is running on a test server, you again get a report or result, or maybe you get a notification that the new changes or a new release or new feature or something is deployed to the test servers. Once things are there into the test servers, the testing teams comes into the picture. They do the testings and everything. Once testing team give good to go, that everything is okay, release is fine, we can roll out the feature to the users, then again, the next stage is staging. The code get deployed to the staging servers. Again, testing team do some, basic checks. Everything is good. We get the result. We get some report. Everything is good. Then things will get automatically deployed to the productions, and all users started using it. Now, once it is deployed to the production, you again get some report or you get a monitoring that the new release is not causing any issues, like things are not failing. All the users have a good experience. The website is not very slow. The response and the latency is not that much. Everyone is like using the features and everything. So again, you get the result. So the complete process is automatic. Yeah, developer just committing the code, and this is the one-time configuration. You have done a one-time configuration, build test result, and each and every time developer do the check-ins over here, things get automatically deployed to the production. So as a DevOps engineer, you have to set up this whole automation things. If any update required, if any changes required, then you have to also do that. So this is the same thing. I explained continuous deployment, how it looks like. You are committing the code, run some test and everything, and then you deploy it to the server side. And you might want to, have some extra configuration that you get the email that, hey, it is deployed to the server. Or maybe you get a message that it is now deployed to the server. You also might, would like to use some images and CDN that is used for a caching part. We are not going much into that. What is the caching? But yeah, I hope you guys, might be having the idea. If there is any failure, then you should be also getting notification that there is some failure in between, that you committed the code, developer committed the code, but it's not reached to the server. There is some error in a package over here, or maybe building the container, or some other issues, right? So the notifications and everything should be there. Now, as I told you, the CI/CD stands for two things. The CI is continuous integration, and the CD stands for two meanings: continuous delivery and continuous deployment. The only difference is this part. The continuous delivery is a manual thing. Over there, DevOps or any specific person has to go and approve the release. Then and then it will get deployed to the production server. Then and then user will be able to start using it. Then and then code or website will get deployed to the main production server. While with a continuous deployment, it is a complete automatic process only. So over here, it is a controlled manner. With continuous delivery, you have all the control in your hand. That if you see any issues, if you see some issues in a build stage or something, then at least it will ask you, should I deploy or not? Right? So you have to do these types of configuration. If it is automatic, then it's called the continuous deployment. So that is the difference between continuous delivery and continuous deployment. Now we talked about one phase. That was, the release phase or a CI/CD phase. Out of that, the DevOps cycle. Now there is also another phase, that is the cloud. So as a DevOps engineer, you should be at least knowing the one cloud. I'm not saying you should be knowing 2, 3, 4 cloud. If you know, it is well and good, but at least you should be having the idea to the one cloud. So all these different cloud providers are there in the market. You can choose any of one and you can learn. Then you should be also knowing these cloud concepts are there, the hybrid multi-cloud, the monitoring, right? The graphs and everything is there, and load balancings and everything. All these cloud concepts also you should be knowing as a DevOps engineer. Now, there is also something called the containerization, and everybody want this. If you are a fresher, if you are want to change your career or something, you should be knowing a container at least. That is the basic expectations if you are a DevOps engineer or if you want to be the DevOps engineer. What is container in a very layman or a simple term is it is like a shipping containers only. What problem is container solving is, suppose you have some website or application that you are running on your machine, maybe on your laptop. It is working fine. Then you give that code to me, and I started that application or a website on my machine or on my laptop or computer, and it is not working fine. There is some issue, some missing file is there, some dependencies is not there, or something like that. So that problem is solved by the container. So whatever you are adding inside the container, and if you give that container image to me, if you share that container image to me, and if I run that container image, it will be 99% the same way runs the way it was running on your computer. So container solves the problem. It is running on your computer, but it is not running on my computer. So what is the benefit of container? Suppose you are a developer and you are running the container, or you are a DevOps engineer, you are running the container and you are testing something locally in your computers or in your machine. And if you are using the same container, same code, same softwares, whatever you were doing into that container, and you send it to server, then there won't be any error. If it is working on your local, it's supposed to get run on your production servers also, or on your servers also. So that is the benefit of containers. And it could be run on any OS. You can create or run the containers on Windows, you can run it on Linux, you can also run it on a MacBook also. If you are using the Mac, containers will run on there also. And again, you can run the containers on any type of data center, physical, virtual, cloud, or anything. So that is the benefit of containers. And what tool you need to use, you can use Docker, you can use Podman, or all these different containerization tool currently available, and you can learn any of one. Now, there is also something called Kubernetes. Basically, the Kubernetes is there to manage the containers. So how the things looks like. For example, Kubernetes was created by Google, and Google give it to everybody for a free use. So now Kubernetes code is openly available. What Kubernetes do in a simple words? Suppose 1 lakhs users are coming to your website, to your application, and your container or whatever you are running, your website is only able to handle a 1000 users. If 1 lakh users are coming to your website or application, your container will get crash due to CPU issue, due to memory issues or something. It won't be able to handle a load. It won't be able to serve all the customers, and customer will get some error, 400 error, 500 error, something like that, which create a bad impression for a customer. So if you are using the Kubernetes, you can do some configuration, and you can set something that if 1000 users are coming, then you create another container, or maybe create a replicas. Then what will happen? If 1000 users are coming to your website, Kubernetes will create another replica of that container. Now you have two containers running. You will be able to handle how much users? 2000 users. If you want to handle 1 lakhs user, you can run 10 replicas, you can run hundreds of replica, you can run thousands of replica, and all these millions and billions of users will be handled this way. And Google also used to Google was also using the Kubernetes only. The Gmail and all these applications used to run on Kubernetes and inside containers only. That is how the Google handles the traffics and everything. And that is how the Kubernetes and container works. That is how the concepts of scaling works. I explained you the scaling part, that you are creating the replicas. If one replica you can handle 1000 user, with two replica you will be able to handle a 2000 users. And accordingly you can do the multiplication. So With Kubernetes, you can do all those configuration. Now, there is also something called infrastructure as a code. Uh, what is infrastructure as a code basically means uh, it is beneficial to create a multiple servers. I, as I already told you in the starting of this session, if you are joining my team and I'm telling you you have to create a 1,000 servers, how you will do it? You will go one by one. You are creating one server, two server, three server, four server. No, it doesn't make any sense. Uh, and also, if I have created any server, you won't be able to have the idea what is happening inside that server. What is the configuration of that server? How you will know how much CPU is there inside that machine, how much RAM is there, what is the operating system Ubuntu is running or Windows is running into that server. So if infrastructure as a code is there, and you have the idea, you know the little bit of coding about this infrastructure as a code. If you're joining my team, you can see the code and instantly, it is very, very easy. Instantly, you will get the idea what is running inside that server, whether I'm running Ubuntu, whether I'm running Windows inside that servers, and the technology, all the tools or the scripting that we use, that is called the Terraform. So Terraform is basically the technology, or I would say tool, to run the infrastructure as a code. Now, once I have written one code, that is to create a one server. And if I running that code 1,000 times, right, in a loop, my 1,000 servers are created in 5 minutes. So it would be that easy. And if I have to delete also, I can use the same code and I can delete 1,000 servers in 5 minutes, right? So this is what the benefit is there of the infrastructure as a code. Let me, quickly showcase one interesting demo of how the infrastructure as a code works. Okay. So for this demo, I'm using the Google Cloud. And I have written some small code. Okay. So I think you can see my screen, and I have written a main.tf. So basically TF stands for Terraform. And what am I doing over here? I'm creating one demo server. The instance name will be demo instance. For a server name will be the demo instance. The machine size or a type will be to micro. Then have some variables over here. And this is the image that I'm using. So I will be using the Debian operating system, right? And it is just a 18 line of code, nothing much, 1.8. And out of that, few are the brackets only. And you can see some variables over here. I have defined what project to use, what will be the region, what will be the zone, what will be the name of server, and some labels and everything. So basically, label are like a tag. You can filter it out. You can use it for a filter purpose. But the main code is over here in main.tf, and it is just 15 to 16 lines. Now, you can see over here, there is no server or virtual instance is running. It is completely empty. Now I'm going to that folder. Okay, and you can see the same main.tf file over here. And I'm running one command, that is terraform plan. So it will goes to my cloud and it will check what my code has to do. So it is explaining me, it will create these resources, the resource, and you can see the plus signs over here. So it will adding something. The network interface, it is also creating some, networking in the background. And what it's doing, it is adding a one resource. It is not changing anything. It is not removing anything. It is not destroying anything. Now I'm again running one command, that is Terraform apply. So what basically Terraform applies do, it apply my commands. So Terraform apply, now it is applying and it is showing me again the same thing and asking for a permission. Yes or no. I'm giving yes and enter. And in a few seconds, oh, there is some, okay. Yeah, there is some billing issue into my account, but what basically it do, it create a simple server over here. Yeah, it is issue having some forbidden, but you will be able to see that the server will be there. And if we run the command, for example, Terraform destroy, but since we have not created anything, it won't showcase any changes. Let me, clear the things out. Terraform destroy, and there is no changes because our server is not got created. So this is how the Terraform generally works. If we are running this code multiple times, then it will create a 1000 or whatever, how many times you are running, it will be able to create a servers. So that was the quick demo of how the this Terraform works. And as I explained, you can create different types of servers and everything. You can replicate the things. You have created development, staging, and a production. You are running that 18 line of code 2, 3 times, and you are good to go. So it is not kind of rocket science or something. It is very easy to run and do the things. Now there was also other phases we talked into the DevOps. That was the monitoring part. So this is how the monitoring looks like. You create some dashboards that showcase the CPU usage, memory usage of your application, and you have the dashboard. You get the idea how many requests are coming to servers, and you can see the memory, CPUs, and all those things, the logins and everything. So you have to learn about this dashboards, how you have to create it. Um, have some good dashboards that you can get the idea. Based on this dashboards, this is what happening into my website. You can simply tell that there is the issue with this service or like that. So monitoring, you should be also having the idea. The tool is Grafana for monitoring. Then there is also logging. What is logging? The simple meaning of logging is that whatever you do, the print statement, if you are printing something in Python, if you are print something and you say hello world, so that hello print is there. So you might would like to store that logs. So if anything happens in the future and if you want to go back and check what was the issue, so you can go to the logging and check what goes wrong, how your application was behaving, what were the logs and everything. So this is also one tools that I have mentioned, but so many tools are there. You can learn any of one for logging. Over here, I have mentioned the Greylog. For collaboration and communication, you might have used the Slack, the Jira, the ticketing parts and everything. So it's there. For security and compliance, you have the different tools. The sync is there, cloud custodian is there, and you can use this tool, set up these tools and do some scans. And you can have some security tickets there, or you can, figure out what is the security issue in my server, what is the security issue in my container image. So this is how all these tools works. If you don't have the idea, there is also the DevSecOps. So basically, it feature more focus on the security side. So you might have heard about this word. So DevSecOps basically it do the testing on a build and packages. If there is any security issue in your code, if there is any security issue on your servers. So the DevSecOps is more about security side. This is what the key takeaways looks like. The understanding of DevOps, we understand what is the DevOps, the continuous integration and continuous deployment part, the delivery, the difference between continuous deployment and delivery, the infrastructure as a code, then the containerization, the container Orchestration basically means the Kubernetes, the one I explained. So basically, the Kubernetes used for container orchestration, then the monitoring, logging part, the collaborations and everything, infrastructure monitoring, security, compliance and everything. The scalings and high availability part, I already explained how the scalings works. You do the replicas, you do the multiplications and everything. Yeah. So, let me, quickly hand over to Venkatesh. Will answer all of your question at the end of this session. So feel free to write. I will also answer into the comment box. If you have any question, answer into the comment box. Over to you, Venkatesh.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro, for the insightful session. It was really clear and very helpful for all the participants who appreciate. We really appreciate your time and expertise today. Thank you once again. Let me just take over from here. Okay, hope my screen is visible, right? Can anyone just confirm?
Yes, we can
Yeah,
see you.
thank you. Thanks for the confirmation. So let's just talk about the current education scenario. And it's been almost 16 years of education, right? So right from KG, even though completed UG and PG other stuff, all of us, out of 100, 98% of the people are actually aspired to get a high paid job, especially six-figure salary, right? But actually only 1 or 2% of the people are actually getting it. you know most of us are, we tried our best, but unfortunately we're not getting it. The thing is, it is because of the lack of commitment. And other than that, the current education scenario, we need to talk about this. The major thing is, I'll just tell you how to, complete this particular thing, and how to overcome this particular skill set and gap thing. Actually, there is a huge gap between this particular, job seeker and other than that, employers. The major thing is lack of skills. That is what I'm trying to say. In this particular 21st century, things are getting changed. End of the day, if we are not updated, we are outdated for sure. The major thing that we need to focus on is a skill. That is what actually we are here in Govi. We are, fulfilling those things throughout this particular program with this industry relevant project actually. Okay, let me just tell you, as I told you in the beginning. So there were a few companies is actually planning to hire people. I'll just tell you how these companies, the listed companies like Google, Intel, Oracle, all these companies are actually hiring the people. It is purely based on their hands-on experience, practical knowledge. As I told you, if you're not updated, we are outdated for, right? Sure, right? In these things, we need to upskill ourselves with the tools and technology, which is recently popular, right? So how they are going to hire, this is what I'm going to tell you. It is all about ATS system. Let me just share and tell you so that you'll have some proper clarity. Yeah. So first thing is, I just want you people to know how we are going to fulfill these things actually. So first thing is, it is all about the industry relevant project that we are going to give. You'll be having a real-time project with a real world application. We'll be actually bridging those gaps with these particular skills and the tools and technology that we are going to covering it. And other than that, the project assignment and task, with this we are going to cover all these things. And you'll be having a dedicated mentor like, Manavat bro. And apart from that, we have n number of mentors, SMEs. Those people is there to, guide you and navigate toward the entire process. Actually, this particular job market is actually expecting many things actually, especially other than skill set. You'll have to do some relevant project as well. So I'll just tell you the difference between learning, invest in learning, and learn from others free resources actually. The first thing is, if you are investing in free resources, obviously most of the people are actually failed in this particular thing, because 98% of the people are actually failed in this particular thing. Only few people are got succeed in these things. But if you are investing in learning, obviously you are investing your hard earned money, so you'll give full commitment into it. There is no skin in the game if you are not investing. If you are investing in it, definitely there is skin in the game. The commitment level we need to talk, because if you are watching any YouTube video, free resources, obviously at the end it is not going to be a personalized way of learning. And end of the day, there won't be any commitment. You'll have to sit and do this, you'll have to sit and do that. Nothing is like that. So but when you are investing in education, there will be some serious commitment, serious involvement will be there in it. There is no structure, as I told you in the beginning, no accountability. But here we will be having a structurized, a personalized way of learning. Got it. And there won't be any personalized doubt solving session if you are not investing, if you are watching any free resources. And if you are investing in learning, you'll be having a personalized mentor, a subject matter expert will be there to clarify your doubts actually. Got it. And other than that, we were talking about the skill that we are going to cover. Here we'll be having an industrial expert who is actually interact with you in a live session, and who already had hands-on experience, like our mentor will be having almost 8+ years of experience, 10+ a decade of experience in this particular domain, who is actually guiding you with your vernacular language. That is what we are going to deliver throughout this particular program. And industry relevant mini project, real time project, capstone project, those projects are actually going to build your portfolio. With these projects only you are going to start your career. Okay. And as I told you in the beginning, you will build your own project, capstone project. You will be automating the website through deployment with the Docker. And you might have come across few things in our webinar. Those things will be happening throughout the program. You'll be having a real world project with real world application. Those things will be covered in this particular program. That is what I'm trying to say. And other than that, the tools to practice, these are all the technologies which will be covered in this particular program. Git, Jenkins, Docker, Maven, AWS, Linux, Bash, Kubernetes, Terraform, AWS, VirtualBox, Grafana. So all these things will be covered so in this particular program. And other than that, this is how we are going to track the process. I'm talking about the investing in free things and investing in our program. This is how we are going to maintain your portfolio. This is actually our LMS screenshot of Mr. Ramkumar's profile. So there will be a column called a dashboard. There you can see your attendance and other stuff. And you'll be having a second column as a class. You'll be joining your class on time, and your task assignment will be tracked, projects will be tracked. In case if you have any doubt in it, you can raise a query through this particular LMS access. You'll have a mock interview at the neck of the moment, end of the program. So this is how we are going to track your performance. We'll give you a scoreboard will be there actually to motivate you to start the other thing. And each and every activities will be monitored, like right from day one. Each and every task, assignment, project, neck of the month will be having mock interview, as I told you in the beginning. So each and everything will be monitored, and it will be tracked by our subject matter expert. Okay. And other than that, the major highlight which I wish to convey is you'll be having one-on-one mentor doubt clarification. The moment you complete the session, for example, the session is 1.5 hours or 2 hours, you'll be having one-on-one doubt clarification with a subject matter expert who is actually having hands-on experience in that particular domain, who will be clarifying your doubts then and there. That is going to be an added benefit here in HCL Gubi. And you'll be doing almost 20+ projects throughout this process. For those projects, we'll be having 50+ instructors, mentors, a subject matter expert who is there to guide you throughout the process. And you can ask the doubt in the same session with our subject matter expert, as he told you in the beginning. Academic coordinator will be there to track your progress, weekly progress, monthly progress. So like this, each and every month you'll be having a academic track will be there with our academic coordinator. So in case if you are lagging with any assignment or a task, don't even worry about it. We'll be having our dedicated mentor who is there to guide you and navigate you throughout the process. As I told you in the beginning, you'll be having weekly progress, monthly progress, like quarterly progress, like if you are doing weekday batch. So this is how we are going to track you, and this is the highlight of this particular program I'm talking about. All right. And this is actually the blueprint. I just want you to reiterate it. You'll be having mentors with relevant expertise, which means if there is a mentor who is working with Amazon, if he's good at AWS, he is the one who is going to explain and teach you with the real world application for that particular single tools. If it is Kubernetes, we'll be having Kubernetes, SME. If it is Docker, whatever it is, you'll have a separate mentor who is there to guide you with those application. Actually, you'll be having hands-on workshop like this. You'll be having a number of workshop will be there. Week on week, that will be happening, like a hackathon and other things will be there in each and every week. You'll be having the interview prep in the neck of the moment. As I told you in the beginning, you'll be having mock interview at the end of the session. Without any clarity, you will not able to crack those interview, right? That is the reason we'll be having a mock interview session at the end of the program. So each and every tools, you'll be practicing with the real world application. We'll be having hands-on experience with a mini project and real-time project. Got it? So, and you'll be having doubt solving session. That is what I'm trying to say. You'll be having one-on-one mentor with the subject matter expert who is actually having relevant in this particular topic. Got it? So again, I need to tell you about the main boot program. This is a workshop, right? At the end of the session, I'll explain you about the process about our main boot program, which is the main course. You'll be having live projects evaluation will be there in it. Resume updation, you might have a hands-on experience with your respective domain. You might be working with a non-tech background, but again, here, if you are planning to take up the program, you need to update your profile, right? So for that case, we'll have a soft skill training team who is there to help you to update the portfolio, resume, or the GitHub portfolio. Now, right from day one, it will be updated in a real-time basis. Again, it is repeating the mock interview. The placement assessments will be there. Assessment in the sense PE test, we used to say placement eligibility test. That will be there in the neck of the moment. And weekly HireNet portal will be there. There you'll be having a test. Additional project if required. For example, people from non-tech background, if you had any career gap, we will be fulfilling with those gap with these additional project. Okay, for that you'll be having a special session, special attention will be there. You'll be having special events with IET professors if required. They will schedule you some master class as well. So these are all the things will be happening during the main boot camp, which means a main program that you are going to join. And other than that, we need to talk about the certification part. We are the only institute, I'm proud to say this, we are the only institute which is located inside the IIT campus across Asia. That too, IIT Madras, Chennai. You will be getting a certificate from the IIT Madras campus with this incubation logo. You can see this IIT Madras logo will be there, and IIM Ahmedabad, Google for Education partner, along with HCL GUI logo. So this is the certificate that you are going to get. This is just a sample certificate. Along with this, you'll be receiving 3 to 4 certificate at the end of the program. Got it? And other than that, this is the roadmap. You'll be having weekdays and weekend program. If you are planning to do in a regular basis, Monday to Friday, you'll be having a classes. Like our mentor, those people are actually a working professional. Evening after 6 p.m. they'll be start the session. You'll be sitting and attend the session, and you'll be also having weekend session also on Saturday and Sunday alone. And this is the first thing that you are going to start, either weekday or weekend you'll be choosing it. And you'll be having hands-on industry project, as I told you in the beginning. And the technical mentor support will be there in case if you have any doubt which is related to the program, any kind of technical doubt, it will be sorted by our technical expert. And neck of the moment, you'll be having a group GD will be there, mock interview will be there. And other than that, you'll be doing a industry relevant project that is going to help you to build your portfolio. Finally, the placement pace. This is the thing that we are actually following. This is the roadmap I wish to convey. And I need to talk about this placement part. We are actually having this HireNet platform, similar like LinkedIn, Naukri, Indeed. We are actually maintaining this particular HireNet platform. You'll be having a skill-based hiring. For example, if you are expertise in this particular AWS DevOps stuff, that thing will be there. You can filter it out in this particular portal based on your profile. It will automatically assume your JD, and they will schedule you an interview based on your requirement, like service-based company or product-based company or startup company, whatever it is. You can choose your preferred location like Hyderabad, Maharashtra, Chennai, Bengaluru. Trivandrum. Like this, you can easily filter out the preferred cities as well in this particular HireNet portal. Here we are just mentioning 100, not 100,000 plus hiring partners, but we'll be having 2,400 plus hiring partners based on the previous financial year data. So resume and interview support will be there in this particular HireNet portal. And at the same time, neck of the moment, you will be done with the, if you are done with the course, definitely you will be moved to the placement phase. Until you are getting placed, we are there to help you with the placement part actually. And yeah, this is what we have done this before. You might see the HCL logo, but before that it was just a startup company. 10 years back we started as a, now it is like a, road company, like similar, like, Soho we started. Now everyone knows what GUI is actually. We collaborated with HCL, they are our parent company. We collaborated with IIT. As I told you in the beginning, we are also incubated with IIM Ahmedabad. So we are delivering this particular program in a GUI itself, grab your vernacular imprint, which means you can learn and you can get your doubt sorted through the native language, because we are having 13 plus languages, whatever may be the language, whatever may be your mother tongue, Telugu, Kannada, Tamil, English, whatever it is. So here we'll be having a dedicated mentor who is there to, guide you with their native language. And this thing I need to talk about. Yeah, we already conducted a Ray Revolution. Within 24 hours, we got a Guinness World Record also. We started this with collaborating with the Ministry of Education, Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan. We did this before, and we are well known for this. Actually, this is the proud moment I wish to share this. And apart from that, that's it from my end. We need to discuss few things about the placement part and the forthcoming things. So let me just jump to the next part. Okay. How many of you, know the context of this particular movie and this particular scene? Just put it in a chat box. What comes into your mind after seeing this? Yes, MST, Vikshit. What comes into your mind after seeing this picture? No idea. Clueless Naveen. Okay. Cricket. Okay. Dhoni. Good movie with a lot of, yeah. Don't lose hope, Mahindra. Exactly, bro. Mohammed. Lead to success, Subhakarti. Quick decision with the right time. Yes, Lakshmikant. Correct. Struggle. Yeah. Maybe one decision can change everything. Chiranjeevi. Yeah. Never give up. Yeah. Struggle. Yes, Vijay, bro. Focus on your goals. What to do next. Decision making on a career. Exactly. Salahuddin. Success for his hardworking. Okay. Opportunity. Dedication. Railway ticket collector to Indian team captain. Yes, for sure. Yeah, I could see many positive point. At the same time, it is actually, it's that the train scene, right? Where MS Dhoni, despite his talent and hard work, struggles with life, the tough decision that he had made. That moment reflect, how many of you, how many of us, feel this opportunities slip just away, just because we didn't have the right support or right guidance at the right time. How many of you felt that? I just want to know that actually. Even I felt this, long back, long ago, so long ago. Yes, Sushmita, Ashok, Baby, Jyoti. Yes, I could see many years here. Yeah, all of us are facing, ups and downs. Always we are facing this, right, in our life. I could see many years. Life இப்படியே போயிருமா sir? Okay. Just like Dhoni, he found his path with determination and coaching. This today's session is about making sure you don't miss your opportunity. You don't miss your train to a successful DevOps engineering career. Cool. Let me just tell you our success story as well. Similarly, like MST, we had umpteen number of student, people from fresher background who recently completed their degree, people from different domain, Now they actually came here with zero knowledge. Now we also requesting the people to come up with a zero knowledge without any pre-prep. They did this and they achieved it, from fresher to got placed in a companies, Luna Solution. After that, Vishnupriya got placed as a fresher. This is our alumni data. Similarly, you'll be having alumni meet with our team. There you'll have that entire data, even last financial year data, previous year data that will be shared. But here I'll be having few sample alumni, people from non-tech background. These people actually, Pavitra, Emmanuel, these people are from non-tech background who don't even know anything about DevOps. After the course, they got placed with these companies. This is our success story. Similar like this, we have umpteen number of students that will be, discussed during the alumni meet. Got it. Yeah. So hope you remember the bonus we talked about. Now this is the time. Any guess? Yes, just put it in a chat box. Any guess? What is that bonus is all about? Internship, course offer, UMA core internship. Okay. Pricing bonus. Exactly. Naveen bro. Free certificate for sure. You will get another class. Okay, Vijay. Free certification, pricing bonus, Pravalika. Discount, Pavan. Yes. Prize and bonus, internship. Okay. Free certificate for sure. As I told you in the beginning, that will be there. That's what the first point. This is the second thing I'm talking about. Cool. So this is that, you know, the thing which I want to convey. This is the surprise. So as I told you in the beginning, you can grab this special offer. We are here to shape your career as a DevOps engineer. So from the website fee, people who have joined this particular session, we were actually, shortlisted. Now it is almost 200 plus participants. Many were applied. Only 20% of the people were shortlisted, which is relevant to our upcoming hiring things actually. So this is actually year end. That too, we are planning to start a fresh batch after Christmas. So from January onward, we are going to start a fresh batch in a full-fledged manner. We are planning to take up a weekday batch. It is going to be 3 months, January to March end. Obviously, you know that after that financial year end, April, May, June is the first quarter of upcoming financial year. By the time there will be a huge opening compared with the past two financial year after COVID. Even Infosys, TCS, HCL is going to be, going to hire 40,000 plus, new freshers for DevOps and data science and all other domain. So this is the time to reveal this discount. People who were joined this particular session for you. It is not 94,000 as mentioned in our website. It is going to be 74,000. It includes everything, like it includes central, state GST, everything is included in it. The certification charge, the placement part. Some people are thinking you'll be charging any extra amount for the placement support. No, it is not like that. It is 74,000. This is what I'm trying to say. Uh, you know, you can split the course fee also. So before you are going to initiate the registration, I just want you to convey the entire course fee is not 1,000 rupee. The entire course fee is 94,000, and you'll be having 20,000 discount. As I told you in the beginning, we are planning to start a fresh batch. It is purely a placement oriented batch for upcoming financial year. We are actually in dire need of almost 25 to 30 people, to start this particular batch. So that is the reason we are actually started this particular session, and it is about to end. And the registration fee to block your seat, you may see that almost 200 plus people are there in this particular session, but we'll be giving this opportunity for only 25 to 30 people. So first come first serve, this is how we are going to give. So the registration fee to block your seat is actually 999. Okay, so only for the first 25 students the payment link will be active. We are going to share you the payment link, And if you are planning to start this particular program with our support, as I told you in the beginning, we'll help you to build your portfolio for projects, and other than that, the placement opportunity to kickstart your dream career. You can make the registration. We'll be posting you the payment link in this chat box. The registration fee is not 8,000 as mentioned in our website. It is 999. So first of all, I just want to know how many of you are planning to join this particular program. If yes, you can mention yes in this poll actually. If no, not at all an issue. You can mention no. If you want more details, I'll be here till 9 p.m. to clarify your doubts. You can get it then sorted. Okay. I'll just inform the team to share the registration link to start this. Yeah. Sagila, how much cost this course will be? Yeah, this course fee is going to be 74,000. Okay, the registration fee usually 8,000, but if you are people who have joined this particular session, for them it is only 999. Okay. And I'll inform the team to post the payment link. Before that, let me just clarify the payment part. Just wait for a few seconds. Okay, this is actually the payment method. You can make the payment through full payment. The second thing is EMI option, education loan. No, not everyone able to pay the full payment or partial payment, right? So you'll be having an EMI option up to 24 month. Right from 6 month you'll be having. If it is 6 month monthly, 13,000. Till 24 months you'll be having. If it is 24 months, it would be around 3,800 per month. If you want to take up a screenshot, you can take it. And for the registration fee, it is 999. Once you are done with the registration, you can share me the payment screenshot to my mail ID. It is venkatesh@movie.in. If not, you can send me the screenshot to my respective WhatsApp number. This is my WhatsApp number. And once you are done with the registration, you can share the screenshot along with your email ID and phone number, so that it will be easy for me to track. And the people who are sending your payment screenshot to my mail, maybe after the session, I'll be open my mail and I'll connect with you people actually. Okay. So hope you received the payment, registration link in the chat box. In case if you have any doubt, you can put it in a chat box. I'll clarify it. I received a screenshot, but without the mail ID and phone number. It's a humble request. If you are sending me a screenshot, just send it along with your mail ID, along with your phone number. In case if you have any doubt, you can put it in a chat box. We'll get it unsorted. Venkatesh bro, there is no discount other than this. Santosh bro, we provide triple line offer for full stack and AML. What about cell-based learning? Yeah, for example, if you are planning to take up this particular course, this premium course, you will be having 100 plus free courses to learn basic of AI ML, apart from ethical hacking, cyber security. Like this, will be provide you some free courses actual. 100 plus pocket courses will be given to you. That is going to be the cell-based learning. Team, just share the payment link once again. Somebody is asking the payment link. Yeah, somebody is asking. Yeah, Prabhakaran, you are asking about the EMI slide, right? Let me just share it, bro. Just give me a few seconds. Yeah, this is EMI slide. If you wish to take up a screenshot, you can take it up. Team, just confirm how many seats are left over. Just put it in a chat box so that they'll come to know. Rajendra, the certificate will be provided. Yeah, for sure. At the end of the session, we'll be sharing you the link. Please wait for it. The same thing for others as well. Just hope this is clear for the people who were asking for the EMI part. I'm just repeating it again. So the entire course fee is actually 94,000. As I told you in the beginning, you'll be having some discount, right? So for this particular program, it is going to be 74,000. It includes central and state GST. And apart from that, you will be having an EMI option also. Some people is asking about the EMI option, right? You'll be having an EMI option up to 24 months. So these are all the payment method. You'll be having full payment method. And other than that, you'll be having an EMI option also. Mahesh, it is showing something went wrong. Where, bro? Team, just reshare the payment link. Somebody is asking it. Team, just confirm how many slots are actually left over. You can post the number so that Mahesh is actually facing some issue in payment page. It is phone pay. Team, just share the payment link once again. I think it is there already. In case if you are facing any issue in UPI, you can go for the alternate option. You'll be having card payment and other thing as well. You'll be having net banking payment also. You can try that as well. Yeah, you can refresh it and again and do the payment process. Apart from this, if you have any doubt, you can utilize the chat box. Yeah, once you are done with the payment, you can share the payment. If you are left actually. Yeah, John is asking some doubt. It is going to be 3 months for weekdays and 5 months for weekend program, bro. If you are planning to take up a regular class, Monday to Friday, you'll be having a classes. Evening 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock, you'll be having a session. And along with this, you'll be having some doubt solving session also on the next of the moment. It may prolong up to 30 minutes to 1 hour. And for weekend, it is going to be 5 months. Only Saturday, Sunday, we'll be having a classes. Okay. We'll be sharing you one more form. It is actually, inquiry form. Some people want to know more about this particular program. If you want to know anything, if you want to know anything apart from this, if you want to clarify anything, you can fill this particular form so that we'll connect again by tomorrow. We'll get it done sorted through one-on-one forum. You can fill this Google form and the certificate link will be provided. This is not a certificate link. This is an inquiry form to clarify your doubts. But one thing I just want to convey, people who ever made the registration in this particular session, only for them, the price will be 74 instead of 94,000. And to block your seat, you'll be having a payment link which was posted in the chat box. You can utilize the payment link. Once you are done with the payment, you can share the screenshot to my respective mail ID and phone number. Cool. And some people is asking about the certification part. Yes, we'll be posting on link over there. Our team just post the certificate link. Mahesh, if the payment is done, just share me the screenshot along with your number and phone, phone number and mail ID, bro. You can WhatsApp me or you can send me the mail.